Hello my dear students, hope you all are happy and healthy. Today in this video, I am going to discuss the previous year board questions which I have taken from the year 2015 to 2025. And all the questions I have taken from chapter 1, that is structure of chromosomes, cell cycle and cell division. Since discussing 10 years questions in one video, it will be quite lengthy. So I have made two parts of this video. Today I am going to discuss part 1. So let's start. Here the first question which came in 2025 is a phase of cell division where the spindle fibers disappear is. Okay. We have studied about cell division and its different phases. There are 4 phases of cell division, right? The first phase is prophase, then metaphase, then anaphase, followed by telophase. And we have studied about important events which will take place in all these phases, right? So when we were studying about prophase, we came across a term that is spindle fibers, right? We came across this term spindle fibers. If you can recall the diagram, suppose this is a cell, right? And these are the two opposite poles of a cell. Two opposite poles of a cell. And between the two opposite poles, a structure like this will be formed, right? This structure is known as spindle fibers. Spindle fibers, where it will be formed between the two opposite poles of a cell. And spindle fibers will be formed in both plant and animal cell. And what it will do? Spindle fibers will help in the movement of chromosomes, in the alignment of chromosomes, right? We have studied, the chromosomes will get attached to these spindle fibers only with the help of its centromere, right? So spindle fibers will help in the alignment of chromosomes so that the chromosomes can be equally distributed to the daughter cells. So in early prophase, the spindle fibers will start to form. But in the last phase of the cell division, that is telophase, the spindle fibers will disappear. Correct? So our answer is, the correct answer for this question is telophase, right? In the telophase, the spindle fibers will disappear. Moving to the next question. The point of attachment of two chromatids of a chromosome. Okay, you have to name that structure which is the point of attachment of two chromatids of a chromosome. Very easy question, children. We know how the chromosome looks, right? This is a chromosome and these are the sister chromatids. These are the sister chromatids, right? And these two sister chromatids are attached at this point. This point is known as centromere, right? So the correct answer is centromere. C-E-N-T-R-O, centro, M-E-R-E, centromere. At centromere, the two sister chromatids are attached. Then the next question is, mention the two pairs of nitrogenous bases that are present in a DNA strand and pair with each other by hydrogen bonds. We know that in DNA, how many nitrogenous bases are there? 4 nitrogenous bases, right? What are the 4 nitrogenous bases? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine, right? Thymine. Correct? Adenine is represented by A, guanine is represented by G, cytosine is represented by C, and thymine is represented by T. These are the 4 nitrogenous bases present in a DNA. Now, the nitrogenous bases will do complementary pairing, right? One nitrogenous base will pair with the complementary nitrogenous base. That means the nitrogenous bases are present in pair. So adenine will always pair with thymine. We have studied all this, right? Adenine will always pair with thymine. Guanine will always pair with cytosine. Cytosine will always pair with guanine. Thymine will always pair with adenine, right? So, in the question it is asking the 2 pairs of nitrogenous bases. So, what are the 2 pairs, children? First is adenine thymine. Second is guanine cytosine, right? Because it is asking in pair. So we have to answer also in pair. That means first pair is adenine thymine and second pair is guanine cytosine. And we know that they will pair with the help of hydrogen bond. Between adenine and thymine, double hydrogen bond. Between guanine and cytosine, triple hydrogen bonds. Clear? Moving to the next question. Draw a neat labeled diagram of an animal cell showing metaphase with 4 chromosomes. Okay. We have to draw a diagram of which cell? Animal cell. And which phase we have to show? Metaphase with 4 chromosomes. See, all these important points we have to consider, children, while drawing this diagram. Which phase? Metaphase. So, what is the characteristic feature of this phase? All the chromosomes will be arranged at one equatorial plane. So, this characteristic feature we have to show in our diagram. Then, all the chromosomes means how many chromosomes we have to show? 4 chromosomes, right? Then, animal cell. We know that in division, animal cell will differ slightly with plant cell. Whenever we are showing the diagram of animal cell in division stage, then we have to show the role of centrosome, right? The centrosome, we know it is present only in animal cell and it will form the daughter centrioles, and the daughter centrioles will move towards the opposite poles, and around the centrioles aster will be formed. Always aster will be formed only in animal cell. So whenever we are drawing the diagram of animal cell for division stage, then aster we have to show. Aster is must, right? So how we will do? Cell, animal cell. So these are the 2 daughter centrioles. Around the daughter centrioles, aster rays will be formed. By this only it is clear that this is an animal cell in division phase. Why? Because aster rays are being formed. Whenever question-based diagram will also be given to you, children, suppose this type of thing you will see in that diagram, consider that cell as animal cell, because in the animal cell only aster will be there. Now, our diagram is not completed yet. We have to show metaphase stage. For metaphase, we have to draw spindle fibers, because with the help of spindle fibers only the chromosomes will arrange itself. Now, how many chromosomes we have to show, children? 4 chromosomes. We know that in metaphase, all the chromosomes will be arranged at one equatorial plane. And how the chromosomes will be arranged? Chromosomes will be attached to the spindle fibers with the help of its centromere. So always centromere you have to draw to the spindle fiber, and then the chromatids. See, with the help of centromere, all the chromosomes are attached with the spindle fibers in one equatorial plane. Count how many chromosomes? Total 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? So this is the diagram of this question. Right? Okay. Moving to the next question. What is the structure of DNA as proposed by Watson and Crick? Okay. Watson and Crick gave the DNA structure name as DNA double helix model. What we know, what we have studied, DNA as double helix model. So this structure was proposed by Watson and Crick. The answer for this question is, what is the structure of the DNA? Double helix DNA. Double helix DNA. It was given by Watson and Crick. Okay. So moving to the next question. This question came in 2024. A male gorilla has 48 chromosomes in each of its body cells. How many chromosomes will each of the sperms have? Okay. We have studied that in the body cells. See children, body cells it is given. Body cells means somatic cells. We have studied body cells have diploid number of chromosomes, that is 2n. And in the question it is asking how many chromosomes will each of the sperms have. Sperms, if you can recall, sperms and ovum, I told you that these are reproductive cells, right? A sperm is a reproductive cell and the reproductive cells will have haploid number of chromosome. Haploid, that means n, right? So here 2n is, what is the diploid number? 48. So it is asking what will be the number of chromosomes in sperms. Sperms have haploid number of chromosomes. So n will be 24. Our correct answer is A, that is 24. Because in sperms, in ovum, the chromosomes number will be half that of the body cells number, right? That of the parent cell. Okay. Moving to the next question. Just now I told about you if diagram based question will come and if you will see structure like this. See here. This structure, this structure. This is what? Aster. And aster is present only in animal cell. Right? So we can clearly understand that this cell is an animal cell. Let's read the question. The diagram given below represents a stage in mitosis. Okay, this is a stage of mitosis. Identify the stage given above. Which stage it is, children? Okay, see here, we can see the chromatids. This is a chromatid. This is a chromatid. We know, right? This is a chromosome. This is a chromosome. In this, two chromatids are present, right? These are the two sister chromatids. So I told you, as soon as you will see the daughter chromatids or sister chromatids instead of chromosomes, that means that stage is anaphase. We have studied, no, like in anaphase, the chromosomes will get splitted into daughter chromatids and these sister chromatids will start moving towards the opposite poles. See here, the chromatids have separated and they are moving towards opposite poles. So this phase is anaphase. This phase is anaphase. Give one reason to support your answer. Okay, why this stage is anaphase? On what basis you are telling? This phase is anaphase as sister chromatids have separated and moving towards the opposite poles. Clear? Mention the number of chromosomes given in the diagram. Okay, so these two sister chromatids are from one chromosome. Again, this is from second chromosome, third chromosome, and this is from fourth chromosomes. So total how many chromosomes? 4 chromosomes. 4 chromosomes. See, this is one chromosome. So this one chromosome will get split into 2 sister chromatids, right? So from one chromosome, 2 sister chromatids. From second chromosome, 2 sister chromatids, right? So total 8 sister chromatids. That means how many chromosomes? 4 chromosomes. Moving to the next question. Select the correct answer to the question from the given options. Okay. Duplicated chromosomes are joined at a point termed centrosome, centromere, centriole, chromatid. Okay. Duplicated chromosomes means what, children? See, the structure of chromosomes, what we know is this one, right? This is the duplicated chromosomes. We know that whenever the cell is doing preparation for the division, in interphase it will do the preparations. So during that preparations, the chromosome will duplicate itself. We have studied, no? Why? So that it can be equally distributed to the daughter cells. So initially, the chromosome will be like this only. But in the interphase, since the cell has to divide into daughter cells, for equal distribution of chromosomes, what this chromosome will do, it will duplicate itself. So whenever anyone will ask you what is duplicated chromosome, so duplicated chromosome is this one, children. That means the chromosome has made its own copy. So this duplicated chromosomes are joined at which point? We know this point is known as centromere. This point is known as centromere, right? So the correct answer is B, that is centromere. Moving to the next question. The sex chromosome in a human ovum is, okay. First of all, ovum, you all should know what is ovum. It is female reproductive cell. Female reproductive cell. And in the reproductive cell, what is the number of chromosome? Haploid number of chromosome. Here 23 pairs of chromosome, right? Total we have 46 chromosomes and it will be arranged as 23 pairs, correct? The first 22 pairs, they are known as autosomes. They are known as autosomes. And the 23rd pair of chromosome, the 23rd pair of chromosome is known as allosomes or sex chromosomes. Sex chromosomes. So the last pair, that is the 23rd pair of chromosome, is known as sex chromosome. They are X and Y. That means this pair is going to determine the sex of an individual. In female, which chromosome is there? Which sex chromosome is present? X. X in female. X in female. And Y chromosome in male. Y chromosome in male reproductive cell. If that is a reproductive cell, that means what? Haploid number of chromosome, right? So it is asking the sex chromosome in a human ovum is. Ovum is female reproductive cell. So what is the sex chromosome which is present in ovum? X chromosome. X chromosome, right? Haploid number of chromosomes are found in. Haploid number of chromosomes are found in. Nephrons. Nephrons are body cells, right? Nephrons are the unit of excretion. It's the unit of kidney. So nephrons are body cells. In nephrons, no, because these are body cells. They have diploid number of chromosomes. Neurons. Neurons are the unit of nervous system, children. So in neurons also, they are body cells, right? Neurons also, they are body cells. They have diploid number of chromosomes. Skin cells also body cells. They have diploid number of chromosomes. Now sperm is reproductive cell. Sperm is reproductive cell, and we know that in the reproductive cell, what is the number of chromosome? N. That is haploid. N. That is haploid. So the correct answer is D. That is sperms. Okay. During the synthesis phase of the cell cycle, more of RNA is synthesized, RNA and proteins are synthesized, DNA is synthesized, glucose is synthesized. Okay. What it is asking, during the synthesis phase of cell cycle, we know that cell cycle is divided into how many phases? First is interphase, and second is M phase, that is division phase, right? Now this interphase is again divided into three phases, children. First is G1 phase, second is S phase, and the last is G2 phase. S means synthesis. And we know that in all these stages of interphase, what will happen? G1 phase we know, S phase we know, G2 phase we know. So in this S phase, in the synthesis phase, I told you that DNA will be synthesized. There will be synthesis of DNA. DNA will double its content. So DNA synthesis will take place in S phase of cell cycle. In G1 and G2, RNA and protein synthesis will take place. But DNA specifically, it will take place in synthesis phase. So the correct answer is C. That is, DNA is synthesized. Okay. The organelle that forms the aster during cell division. I told you aster will be formed in animal cell. In animal cell, one organelle known as centrosome. Centrosome we know, right? This is an organelle which gets splitted into daughter centrioles. Suppose this is daughter centriole. Around this centrioles, rays, star-like structure will be formed. This is known as aster. So this aster will be because of which organelle? Centrosome. So the correct answer is centrosome. Right? Okay. Moving to the next question. After mitosis, a female human cell will have. Okay. After mitosis, that means the division has been done. Female human cell will have. Just few minutes back, I explained you children that 23 pairs of chromosomes in human, right? Out of that 23 pairs, the 22 pairs, first 22 pairs are known as autosomes. 22 pairs, that means total how many chromosomes? 44. And the 23rd pair is known as sex chromosomes, right? Sex chromosomes, that means X and Y, correct? Now it is asking a female human cell will have. So in the female, 44 it has to be. Now after 44, in female, the two sex chromosomes, the sex chromosomes which will be there, it will be in the pair. So it will be the combination of XX, right? So what will be the correct answer? 44 plus XX. If it will be X and Y, that means it will be a male, right? In female, only X chromosome is there. and this chromosome should be in pair, one from father, one from mother, right? So this X combination will be seen in the female. So what will be the correct answer? 44 plus XX chromosomes. So 44 and plus 45, 46. Total 46 chromosomes. Done. Okay. Then complete the following statements by choosing the appropriate option for each blank. At the end of blank, cytokinesis is completed. Okay. This is again about mitosis. We have studied the different phases of mitosis, right? So which of these phases, at the end of which of these phases, the cytokinesis is completed? What is cytokinesis, children? First of all, we will understand what is cytokinesis. Division of cytoplasm. Division of cytoplasm. Whenever a cell has to divide, first the nucleus of the cell will divide, correct? And the division of nucleus is known as karyokinesis. And the division of nucleus will take place in all these phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, right? Now when all the stages will be done, finally the nucleus has been divided. Now what will happen in the telophase only, in the end of telophase only, the cytokinesis process will start. We have seen this diagram, right? In the telophase, diagram like this we have seen. So what is this? This is the furrow. This is the furrow which will be developed in the cell membrane, correct? This is the beginning of cytokinesis. This is the beginning of cytokinesis. That means the division of cytoplasm will start at the end of telophase. And when the nucleus will be divided completely, that means when karyokinesis will be done completely, after karyokinesis, immediately it will be followed by cytokinesis. That means cytoplasm will be divided completely. So it will start or it will be completed after which phase? After telophase. So the correct answer is telophase. Okay. The next question is, the nitrogenous base adenine always pairs with, we know this, what are the complementary nitrogenous pair? Adenine will always pair with thymine. So the correct answer is A, that is thymine. See children, don't get confused with this thymine and this thymine. This thymine is the another name of vitamin B1, right? This thymine is vitamin B1. The nitrogenous base which we are talking about is thymine, that is THY, thymine, and THIA is vitamin B1, right? The basic units of heredity are, C, that is genes. We know that these genes will be inherited from parents to offspring, from one generation to another generation. These genes will be inherited and they will only carry the characteristics, they will carry the information for some of the body features, right? Some of the characteristics of the individuals. So these genes are the units of heredity. Moving to the next question. Replication of DNA in the cell cycle occurs during the, somewhat similar question what we have discussed before. Cell cycle phases we know, right? What are the phases of cell cycle? Interphase and M phase. In interphase, G1 phase, during which what will happen? RNA and protein synthesis will take place. S phase, during which the DNA will replicate. Replication of DNA means doubling the content of DNA. right? DNA is doubling its content. Synthesis of DNA will take place. So in which phase? In S phase. So the correct answer is C, that is S phase. Okay, explain the following term. Karyokinesis. Just now we have studied what is karyokinesis. It is the division of nucleus during cell division. Whenever a cell will start division, whenever a cell will enter in the division phase, first the nucleus of the cell will divide. And all those changes which divide the nucleus of the parent cell into two, all those will come under karyokinesis. So karyokinesis is division of nucleus during cell division. Correct? The next question is, mention the exact location of the following. Aster. Okay. Aster. What is the location of aster, children? Around the centrioles, right? Around the centrioles. And centrioles will be present only in animal cell. So see the options. Around the centrioles in plant cells. Till around the centrioles it is correct. But in plant cells, no. In plant cells, centrioles are not present. Around the centrioles in animal cells, yes. This is the correct option. Our answer is B. The next question is, state the function of the following. Centromere. Okay. Centromere. First of all, what is centromere? By now, we clearly know what is centromere. The two chromatids are attached with the help of centromere. And in the question, it is asking what is the function of centromere. Read the options. It is the point of attachment of two sister chromatids. Yes, we got our answer A. A is the correct answer for this question. It is the point of attachment of two sister chromatids. These are sister chromatids. These are sister chromatids. Right? The next is the point of attachment of two chromatids. Again, similar question. What will be the answer for this question, children? Centromere. See in how many years this question they are asking. Okay, the next is, in a human female, ovum consists of. Almost similar question. In a human female, ovum consists of. See, just few minutes back, I explained you about autosomes, allosomes. These terms have come here. Ovum, we know that it is female reproductive cell. So what will be the number of chromosome, children? Haploid. Always haploid. And haploid means 23. Haploid means 23, right? So pairs we saw, we cannot give. 22 pairs we cannot give. This is wrong, this is wrong. 22 autosomes and one Y chromosome? No, Y is about male. Y is about male. So this is also wrong. 22 autosomes, correct. One X chromosome, correct. This 22 will be autosomes and one X chromosome will be sex chromosome, right? So the correct answer is D. That is 22 autosomes and one X chromosome, because it is a female reproductive cell, and in the reproductive cell always 23 chromosomes will be there. That is haploid set of chromosomes they have. Okay. The next question is, find the odd one out. Adenine, guanine, creatinine, cytosine. Okay. We can clearly understand that adenine is a nitrogenous base, children. Right? Adenine is a nitrogenous base. Guanine is also nitrogenous base. Cytosine is also nitrogenous base. What about creatinine? it will not come under the group of nitrogenous bases. It's an excretory product, children. Creatinine is an excretory product, okay, which we will study in excretory system chapter. Here, instead of creatinine, it should come adenine, guanine, thymine. Thymine is a nitrogenous base. So creatinine is the odd one out. Answer is creatinine. Answer is creatinine. Right? Okay. So the next question is the non-dividing phase of the cell cycle where more DNA is synthesized. Okay. Cell cycle, again I'm explaining you. Cell cycle, it has two phases. First is interphase. First is interphase and second is M phase, or more clearly we can say it as dividing phase. In interphase, division will take place? No, interphase is the preparatory phase, right? So, interphase will be the non-dividing phase. Interphase will be the non-dividing phase of cell cycle. Same it is asking. As soon as in the question you will see non-dividing phase, that means the non-dividing phase is interphase, right? So in the non-dividing phase, in which phase more DNA is synthesized? S phase, that is synthesis phase. So what will be the correct answer? Its correct answer is synthesis phase of synthesis or S phase. S phase of interphase. Right? The correct answer is interphase. Which phase of interphase? S phase of interphase. Okay. The next question is differentiate between the following terms on the basis of what is mentioned in the bracket. We have to differentiate between metaphase and anaphase by considering their position of chromosomes. Based on the position of chromosomes, we have to differentiate between metaphase and anaphase. Okay. In metaphase, what will be the position of chromosomes? All the chromosomes will be arranged at one equatorial plane. Okay. Suppose here in metaphase, with the help of diagram also you can explain metaphase. What will be the position of chromosomes? Chromosomes are arranged at one equatorial plane attached to the spindle fibers with the help of its centromere. Okay, so correct, it is correctly explaining the position of chromosomes. With the help of diagram, how we can explain it? In metaphase, how the chromosomes are positioned? Okay. So in metaphase, this will be the position of chromosomes, right? And in anaphase, what will happen? In anaphase, the sister chromatids, the sister chromatids will move towards opposite poles. In anaphase, always we have to show sister chromatids. Okay, So this is the position of chromosomes in anaphase, right? That chromosomes will be splitted into sister chromatids, and sister chromatids will move towards the opposite poles. Correct? So this was all about today's video, that is in part 1. Rest of the questions I will discuss in part 2. So please again go through all these questions, and if anywhere you are getting problem, you have any doubt, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you, children.